right. Well, this is Arthur Busch. You're back here listening to Radio Free Flint, and we have Matt McDermaid of Flint, Michigan, a native of Flint, and he's also been a professional musician for a long, long time in Flint. Welcome to Radio Free Flint, Matt.
Thank you.
The purpose of our interview here is to discuss a song that I discovered when I was doing some research, and it's a song about Flint, Michigan called the Flint City Blues. You remember that song?
You mean this one? You mean that one?
Yeah, it starts like that, and then it keeps going. So we're going to take a second and listen to that song, and then we're going to come back and talk about it. So we're going to take a break right here. This is Arthur Busch, Radio Free Flint. Don't go anywhere. We're going to play this song for you right now and come back, and we'll chat about the song with Matt McDermaid of Holly, Michigan.
Raised on the west side, working class dad and mom. Dad worked the store and mom was always around. Got a guitar, learned to play around town. Still pretty young, but the blues was around. I had the Flint City Blues. I had nothing to lose.
You wrote that great song. It's a fine song, I might add, and all the greatest of Flint traditions. That's what caught my attention. I could imagine myself at Little Caesars in the South Flint Plaza in that big room they had there where they had all the great rock and roll bands, and I could imagine myself listening to that song, drinking beer and dancing.
That was there could have been a little bit of that in that song. I was a little younger then, but there might have been some beer drinking going on.
Uh-oh. Well, so why did you write a song about Flint?
I was in the middle of a CD called BB and the X-Man Born with the Blues, and we needed another song, and that came up. It just came, the groove, which is an old groove, came up, and I just kind of wrote the song. And when I wrote it, as kind of like you and I have pre-talked about, I didn't want, when I wrote the lyrics to it, I didn't want Flint to come off in a bad light. There had been a lot of bad stuff talked about Flint. I wanted it to come off more as a, watching me grow up in my formative years and enjoying the town. And that's basically what the song was about.
But the song itself, it's really about you. It's not really about, the smokestacks of Fisher number 1 or Fisher number 2 or Chevy in the Hole or something like that, right?
That song's about me growing up, about me from about, I guess if you wanted to get technical, it probably starts when I was 10 years old, and it goes right up until I left town in 1971.
And how did you write the song? I mean, what was the method that you used? Do you write on napkins or?
Flint City Blues actually was written in about 20 minutes. Once I had the guitar groove down, it was what we would call a basic 1-4-5. It's not a complicated guitar groove. I had how I wanted to write the song, and I penned the lyrics in about 20 minutes once it started to happen.
And now you performed this song only one time, is what I understand.
Yeah, actually, I performed it in about 2 or 3 years back at the amphitheater in Owasso, outside on a July night. I think it was July or August evening. Yep, beautiful night.
In Owasso, Michigan.
Yep.
And what was the reaction to this song by your buddies? You were playing with a band called the Motor City Injectors, right?
Yes, I was.
That's a great name, by the way, for a band. What was
It's
the
a good band,
reaction?
too.
What was the reaction to this song?
The band loved it, and it's funny because and you and I kind of pre-talked about this. It was kind of a stormy night that night. We didn't have a great turnout, but we had a turnout, and that song got the best reaction all night of every song was played.
Okay. And Matt, when you made this song, was there something about your growing up that was special that inspired the song?
Yeah, Flint, the city of Flint.
What was it about the city that inspired you?
I loved living there. I didn't, it was just one of those things. My parents moved a couple times while I was in high school. I wrote the song because I'm one of the people that somebody will ask me where I'm from. I'll smile and say I'm from Flint, Michigan.
Yeah.
I'm proud of it.
And do you miss the place?
I have great memories, and I probably miss that more than any other place I ever lived. Probably, yeah.
Now, I've learned that you're one of a lot of people who've actually wrote songs that have Flint in the title or as an object of the song. Were you aware of other songs that that also talked about Flint?
No, I wasn't at the time. I don't go in and look at stuff like that. I will tell you that I wouldn't be surprised, and I could be wrong, but I would tell you that I think a lot of the songs that are written about Flint were written after mine because of everything that's gone on with the water and all that. I think there's been a lot more songs written about it since or after my song. Not that I'm the big deal that the first one, I don't think that's true.
Yeah, well, there have been a lot of different genres played with Flint as its theme, including jazz, techno. I guess that's it. What's that? What electronica? Isn't that what they call it?
Yeah.
All that way out there, spooky kind of stuff like Dark Side of the Moon,
Yeah.
groove.
Better watch it. You're showing your age.
Well, the electronica has gotten real popular with some places. In fact, we're going to interview one of those guys here in another day or so. There's, of course, a lot of folk singers, but not all the songs have been written. One thing that impressed me and why I wanted to look you up was because you actually played what Flint, at least in the day, was really known for, and that was pure rock and roll.
We did. I started playing guitar at 10 years old in that town, and I loved every minute. I played the high schools, the junior highs. I played all those places, and for a bunch of young kids, I was only 10, 11 years old. I was 11 years old when I played my first gig. I played a talent contest at St. John, Vianney. I was scared to death, 11 years old.
Yeah, it's sort of like Bob Dylan's story, isn't it?
Man, his was a little better than mine. We didn't win.
It just had a different ending, that's all.
Yeah.
It all started the same.
Yeah.
Well, and what were some of your favorite venues?
I actually played Sherwood Forest twice. I played Sherwood Forest for the mayor of Davison's daughter's wedding. And then I played a sorority party that was out back in one of the lean-tos. I was 16 years old. What a night that was. In fact, that was probably my best night playing a gig in the city. How's that?
Well, that's a hell of a good way to end your interview. Thanks a lot, Matt McDermaid. Thank you, Matt, and see you later.
Thanks for having me.